Success is born from a single, powerful seed, a desire, but not just any desire. It's the kind of desire that comes from the very core of your being, the kind of desire that doesn't fade with time or challenge. It's a desire so intense, so consuming, that it becomes the very reason you get out of bed each day, the driving force that powers you through every hardship, and the constant flame that never dies. This is the kind of desire Napoleon Hill speaks of when he says, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe it can achieve, desire is the engine that fuels success. Without it, there's no movement, no momentum, no growth. You cannot achieve greatness by being passive or indifferent to your dreams." The journey of success is not for the faint of heart. It's for those who are willing to stake everything on one powerful idea, one intense dream that burns in their soul. If your desire is strong enough, it will pull you through the hardest times, make you stay up late when others are resting, and push you to keep moving forward when the world tries to convince you to quit. But desire alone isn't enough. It must be coupled with clarity. It's not enough to wish for success or vaguely hope that things will work out. You must be clear about what it is you want. Desire without direction is like a ship without a compass. It may move, but it won't reach the desired destination. Napoleon Hill stresses the importance of having a clear, specific goal. He speaks of burning desire in such a way that it's not simply a passing thought, but a deep-seated commitment. It's about knowing exactly what you want and refusing to settle for anything less. Once you've identified that deep, unshakable desire, the next step is to make it an obsession. An obsession doesn't mean you're fanatical, but it does mean you're focused. It means you'll prioritize your goal above everything else, and that every action you take, every decision you make, will be in alignment with that ultimate desire. The key here is focus. In a world full of distractions, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters, but your desire should become the central point of your life. Everything else becomes secondary when compared to the burning desire that motivates you. Think about some of the most successful people in history. Behind every great achievement lies an unwavering desire. Henry Ford had a burning desire to build a car that could change the world. His vision was so clear and his desire so strong that it made him relentless in his pursuit, even in the face of failure and doubt. The Wright brothers, who defied the laws of physics to fly, were driven by a deep desire to achieve something that had never been done before. This desire to push boundaries, to innovate, to overcome the impossible. This is the kind of desire that powers success. The key here is not to focus on the size of your desire, but the strength with which you pursue it. Your desire should not be fleeting or dependent on external circumstances. It should be a constant flame, even when the world around you feels cold. When the going gets tough, it's your desire that will keep you moving forward. It's easy to remain motivated when everything is going well, but when you hit roadblocks, when the path seems too hard, it's that burning desire that will keep you going when others have given up. Desire is the foundation of everything you will ever accomplish. It's the driving force behind every step you take towards success, but desire without action is like a dream without execution. You must take that desire and turn it into action, turning your vision into tangible results. And this requires not just a strong desire, but the courage to act on it, even when fear tries to hold you back. Your desire must be so strong that it overrides every doubt, every fear, and every obstacle in your path. Your desire must evolve. It's not a fixed goal that you set and forget. Your desires must grow as you grow. The more you achieve, the more you'll realize what's possible, and your desire will adapt and expand, pushing you toward even greater accomplishments. This is the beauty of desire. It never settles, and it never allows you to settle. It will push you to explore new territories, learn new skills, and continuously elevate your life. But, at its core, the power of desire lies in its ability to push you beyond what you think is possible. The world is full of people who had a dream and let it fade. They let their dreams die because they didn't have the desire to fight for them. But those who truly succeed, those who are truly unstoppable, are the ones who refuse to let go of that desire. They make it their purpose. They make it their mission. When you find your burning desire, you find your purpose. And when you have purpose, success is not a question of if, but when. Faith is the bridge that connects your deepest desires with their eventual realization. It's not simply about believing that you can achieve something. It's about having absolute, unshakable confidence in your ability to make your desires come to life, even when the world doesn't seem to believe in you. Napoleon Hill's definition of faith isn't limited to a religious or spiritual belief. It's a deep conviction, a mindset that fuels your thoughts, actions, and decisions. Faith is the conviction that success is inevitable if you persist long enough and keep moving toward your goal with determination. When you place faith in your abilities, you are investing in your potential. Hill emphasizes that faith is the head chemist of the mind. It is through faith that our thoughts are transmuted into reality. Without it, desire alone will falter. Faith transforms our intangible ideas into tangible outcomes. But how do we develop this faith? How do we turn a vague wish into a concrete belief? The answer lies in repetition and visualization. Faith doesn't just come overnight. It must be cultivated through consistent practice. One of the most powerful ways to build faith in yourself and your goals is through positive affirmation and visualization. When you repeat affirmations daily, you begin to believe them as truths. I am capable of achieving greatness. My dreams are becoming my reality. These simple yet powerful statements, repeated with conviction, begin to shape your belief system. They plant seeds in your subconscious mind that grow into undeniable truths. Visualization is equally powerful. The mind cannot distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. Hill calls this process autosuggestion. When you visualize your success, you begin to feel the emotions associated with that success: pride, accomplishment, joy, and fulfillment. You become so aligned with the image of your success that it becomes impossible to think about failure. This is the magic of faith. It makes the impossible feel possible. When you can see yourself already succeeding, your subconscious begins to work toward that success in ways you might not even realize. It changes your actions, your decisions, and your outlook on life. Faith gives you the clarity to take the steps necessary to move forward, even when you have no clear idea of exactly how those steps will lead to your desired outcome. But faith is more than just a mental exercise. It's about aligning your actions with your belief. It's one thing to say, I believe in my success, but it's another to take action as though you've already achieved it. This is where many people falter. They have the desire and even the belief, but they don't act as if they are already in the process of achieving their dreams. Faith, when truly internalized, propels you into action. It makes you feel the urgency of your goals, the certainty that success is not just a possibility, but a reality waiting to unfold. To truly manifest your desires, you must operate as though success is inevitable. Walk through your day with the confidence that everything you do brings you closer to your goal. When you do this, you begin to see the opportunities and resources that were always around you, but you had previously overlooked. Faith illuminates the path in front of you, allowing you to step forward even when the path is unclear. It's like turning on a light in the dark. It doesn't remove the obstacles, but it helps you see them and navigate around them. At times, the road ahead will feel uncertain. You may encounter doubt, fear, and criticism from others. This is where the power of faith is truly tested. When things don't go as planned, when you face failures, when the world seems to conspire against you, faith will be the anchor that keeps you steady. Hill teaches us that persistence fueled by faith is unstoppable. When you have faith in your ability to succeed, no external circumstance can shake your belief in your own potential. Building faith requires consistency. Every single day, you must work on strengthening your belief. The mind, much like a muscle, grows stronger with practice. So commit to a daily practice of visualization, affirmation, and reflection. See yourself achieving your desires as if they have already come true. Walk in the confidence of your success and let this faith become a part of you. This daily reinforcement of belief will gradually transform the way you approach every challenge, every setback, and every obstacle you face. One of the greatest gifts faith gives you is resilience. It empowers you to keep going even when your progress is slow, when the obstacles seem insurmountable, or when you face discouragement. Faith doesn't just prepare you for success, it prepares you for the struggle. It reminds you that setbacks are not failures, but stepping stones to success. When you truly believe that you are on the right path, You stop seeing failure as an endpoint and start seeing it as a lesson, a part of the process that's getting you closer to your goal. But faith doesn't mean blindly believing without taking action. Faith works hand in hand with action. You can have all the faith in the world, but if you don't take deliberate steps toward your goal, faith alone won't carry you to success. Faith gives you the confidence to take bold steps and trust that you are capable of handling the challenges ahead. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about believing that now is the perfect time to act. And with each step you take, you strengthen your faith and build the momentum necessary to achieve your dreams. Faith is the invisible force that propels you forward. It is the belief in yourself and in the outcome of your efforts, even when that outcome is not yet visible. Hill's teachings remind us that we must become masters of our own belief system, for it is our belief that determines what we are capable of achieving. When you truly believe in your ability to succeed, your faith becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, paving the way for your goals to unfold before you. The power of autosuggestion lies in its ability to influence the subconscious mind and reshape your reality. Autosuggestion is the process of repeatedly affirming thoughts, beliefs, and desires until they become ingrained in your subconscious mind. This process is key to transforming your mindset and programming your mind for success. Napoleon Hill emphasizes that the subconscious mind is like a fertile garden. Whatever seeds you plant in it will grow and take root. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and negativity, those will flourish. But if you plant seeds of confidence, success, and belief, those too will grow and manifest in your life. The key is in what you choose to feed your mind. Your mind is constantly taking in information, whether you are aware of it or not. Every thought you think, every word you speak, and every image you visualize has a profound impact on your subconscious mind. Over time, these repeated thoughts and affirmations begin to shape your beliefs and influence your actions. This is why positive affirmations and visualization are such powerful tools. They give you the ability to consciously control the thoughts that take root in your mind. Rather than being passive observers of our thoughts, we can take an active role in what we allow to dominate our minds. Autosuggestion works by creating a consistent flow of positive suggestions to the subconscious. These affirmations don't have to be complex. They can be simple, clear statements that reinforce your belief in your ability to succeed. For example, telling yourself, "I am successful," or "I am capable of achieving my dreams every day," out loud in front of a mirror might seem small, but over time, it plants these thoughts deeply within your subconscious. The more you repeat these affirmations, the more they will become your truth. The subconscious mind cannot distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined or repeated. The key is repetition and consistency. The more often you affirm a belief or a desire, the stronger it becomes. This process works because the subconscious mind is extremely powerful. It controls over 95% of your thoughts and actions. Most of the actions you take every day are unconscious, automatic behaviors that have been learned and programmed into your subconscious. For example, how you respond to challenges, how you handle stress, and how you perceive opportunities are all controlled by your subconscious programming. If you want to change your habits, behaviors, or outcomes, you must first change the thoughts and beliefs that are stored in your subconscious. The beauty of autosuggestion is that it allows you to take control of this process. By consistently feeding your subconscious with positive, empowering beliefs, you begin to reprogram it to align with your desires. Instead of being a passive recipient of negative or limiting beliefs from your environment or past experiences, you can choose the beliefs that serve your highest potential. This process of reprogramming your mind doesn't happen overnight, but with persistent practice, your subconscious begins to accept these new beliefs as truth, and your actions and outcomes begin to reflect them. Another key element of autosuggestion is visualization. When you visualize yourself achieving your goals, your mind believes that these experiences are real. By vividly imagining your success and seeing yourself in the role you wish to play, whether it's as a successful entrepreneur, a renowned speaker, or a person who has achieved their dreams, you are creating a mental blueprint that your subconscious mind works to bring into reality. Your mind starts to look for opportunities and solutions to make that vision a reality. The clearer and more specific your visualization, the more powerful it becomes. It's not just about imagining the end goal, but also the process and the emotions that come with achieving it. Visualization paired with autosuggestion can have a profound effect on your belief system. Imagine not just seeing yourself successful, but also feeling the emotions associated with that success: exhilaration, fulfillment, joy. These emotions help to reinforce the belief in your subconscious that this success is not only possible, but it is inevitable. When you emotionally connect to your goal, it strengthens the belief that you will achieve it. The stronger the emotional connection, the stronger the suggestion. One of the key benefits of autosuggestion is its ability to help you break free from negative thought patterns. Often we are our own worst enemies. We are bombarded with doubts, fears, and insecurities that keep us from moving forward. These negative thoughts are often deeply ingrained in our subconscious mind, and they influence our behavior in ways we don't even realize. Autosuggestion allows us to counteract these negative beliefs by replacing them with empowering ones. Instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," you can replace it with, "I am worthy of success." Instead of focusing on failure, you can shift your focus to your strengths, capabilities, and potential. The power of autosuggestion lies in its ability to change the way we think, feel, and act. When you repeat a positive affirmation or visualization with intention and belief, you begin to change your mindset. Over time, your beliefs about yourself and your abilities shift. Instead of seeing challenges as obstacles, you begin to see them as opportunities to grow. Instead of feeling defeated by setbacks, you feel motivated to keep going. Autosuggestion builds a foundation of unshakable confidence that propels you forward, even in the face of adversity. However, it's important to remember that autosuggestion isn't a magic trick. It's a process that requires dedication and consistency. Just like a muscle, the more you practice it, the stronger it becomes. The key is to make it a daily habit. The more often you affirm your desires and visualize your success, the more your subconscious mind will align with your goals. It will start to filter out negativity and focus on the solutions, opportunities, and resources that will help you achieve your desires. The effectiveness of autosuggestion is also rooted in the concept of self-fulfilling prophecies. What you believe will happen often comes true because you act in ways that align with your beliefs. If you believe you can succeed, you will take the actions that lead to success. If you believe you will fail, you will subconsciously avoid the actions needed to succeed. Autosuggestion helps to break free from the cycle of self-doubt and allows you to step into the version of yourself who is capable of achieving greatness. By consciously practicing autosuggestion, you are essentially programming your mind to become the person you need to be in order to succeed. Over time, this reprogramming becomes automatic. You no longer have to force yourself to believe you can succeed. You just know it. This is the power of autosuggestion. It allows you to create the mindset of a winner, a person who sees success not as a distant dream, but as an inevitable reality. Specialized knowledge is one of the most significant drivers of success. However, Napoleon Hill's take on this concept goes beyond simply acquiring knowledge. It's about using that knowledge in the right way. In the modern world, we are bombarded with an overwhelming amount of information every day. The internet alone provides a vast sea of knowledge, and while it's essential to continuously learn, Hill emphasizes the importance of acquiring specialized knowledge that directly contributes to your goals and desires. This is knowledge that not only helps you gain a competitive advantage, but also allows you to turn ideas into action. Acquiring knowledge is one thing, applying it is another. Specialized knowledge, unlike general knowledge, is focused and actionable. It is specific to the field or area in which you wish to achieve success. For example, if your goal is to become a successful entrepreneur, the specialized knowledge you acquire should revolve around business, finance, marketing, and leadership. It's not enough to just read about business concepts in books or watch random videos online. You need to learn the specific skills and strategies that directly impact your field of interest. By honing in on this targeted knowledge, you set yourself up for success in a way that general knowledge simply cannot do. One of the biggest challenges people face is the misconception that they must know everything before they can take action. They fall into the trap of believing that they need to be experts in all areas before starting their journey. But Hill teaches us that specialized knowledge is about continuous growth, not perfection. The key is to take the knowledge you currently have and use it. Success is not about knowing everything. It's about knowing enough to start and continuously improving as you go. The best way to learn is often through experience, trial, and error. Knowledge that is not used is stagnant. It doesn't create any movement toward your desired goal. But when you actively apply specialized knowledge, you unlock the true power of that information. It's also important to note that specialized knowledge doesn't necessarily mean that you need to have all the answers yourself. In fact, Hill stresses the importance of surrounding yourself with a mastermind group, individuals who bring their own specialized knowledge and expertise to the table. No one can know everything, and the most successful individuals are often those who understand the value of collaboration and leveraging the skills and knowledge of others. By building a network of knowledgeable people who can fill in the gaps of your own knowledge, you can accelerate your journey towards success. This collaboration allows you to access a wealth of expertise and insights that you would not have been able to acquire on your own. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the constant acquisition of knowledge. However, Hill reminds us that simply learning and accumulating information is not enough. Specialized knowledge must be continually refined and applied. As industries evolve and markets shift, what was once cutting-edge knowledge may become outdated. To maintain a competitive advantage, you must commit to lifelong learning and stay ahead of the curve. This means not only acquiring new knowledge, but also adapting and refining your skills to keep pace with change. A significant part of specialized knowledge is having the ability to differentiate between useful information and irrelevant information. In the age of information overload, the ability to filter out noise and focus on what truly matters is a skill that can give you a distinct edge. Too many people waste time on things that do not contribute to their goals or personal development. Being able to discern what is worth learning and what can be ignored allows you to direct your energy toward what will actually propel you toward success. This discernment is not a skill that comes naturally to everyone, but with practice you can develop a sharp eye for the information that will truly benefit your journey. Hill's concept of specialized knowledge also emphasizes the importance of taking immediate action once you acquire it. There is often a gap between the knowledge people gain and the action they take. Many individuals spend years learning without ever putting what they know into practice. Hill advises that knowledge, in and of itself, is not powerful unless it is turned into action. The knowledge you acquire should be viewed as a tool, a resource that you can use to propel yourself forward. Once you have that knowledge, it's critical to implement it and test it out. Action is the bridge between knowledge and success. Without action, knowledge remains a passive element in your life. It doesn't create tangible results. One of the challenges people face when pursuing specialized knowledge is fear. Fear that they won't learn enough, or fear that they will fail despite their efforts. However, specialized knowledge isn't meant to eliminate fear or guarantee immediate success. Instead, it is meant to build confidence. When you possess knowledge and expertise in a particular area, you have a sense of mastery. This mastery breeds confidence, which in turn propels you to take the risks necessary for growth. With knowledge comes a sense of competence, and when you feel competent, you are more likely to take bold steps toward achieving your goals. Moreover, Hill advocates that specialized knowledge is not just about technical or academic skills. It also includes emotional intelligence and interpersonal skills. The ability to build relationships, negotiate, and influence others is just as critical to success as the ability to understand complex concepts in a given field. Specialized knowledge in human behavior, communication, and leadership can be just as valuable, if not more so, than technical expertise. Success often hinges on your ability to work with others, inspire them, and lead them toward a common goal. Therefore, it's essential to not only focus on your area of expertise, but also develop the social and emotional intelligence needed to navigate the complexities of human relationships. In a world that values knowledge, it's easy to underestimate the importance of applying that knowledge strategically. Specialized knowledge is not just about gathering facts. It's about learning to think critically and solve problems in innovative ways. Knowledge becomes truly powerful when it's applied to real-world challenges. When you have specialized knowledge, you begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You develop the insight to recognize patterns, understand market trends, and make decisions that others may overlook. This ability to turn knowledge into wisdom gives you the power to not only survive, but to thrive in your field. Imagination is often referred to as the workshop of the mind because it is where ideas are born, nurtured, and transformed into reality. Napoleon Hill places immense emphasis on imagination as a critical tool in the success journey. It is through imagination that we envision our future, conceive solutions to problems, and create the opportunities that will propel us forward. Imagination is not merely daydreaming, it is the mental ability to form new ideas, concepts, and visions that can shape the course of our lives. It is the source of innovation, creativity, and the first step toward turning desires into tangible results. The first step in the creative process is the ability to dream, freedom from limitations and restrictions. Hill urges us to break free from the mental chains of self-doubt and societal limitations. Too often, people limit themselves by their past experiences or the beliefs of others about what is possible. The key to successful imagination lies in your ability to think beyond these constraints and open your mind to what could be, rather than what has been. This means embracing the idea that anything is possible, regardless of how improbable or impossible it may seem at the outset. Imagination allows you to picture the life you want to lead, the success you want to achieve, and the person you want to become. One of the most powerful aspects of imagination is its ability to create possibilities out of thin air. The human mind is capable of generating endless ideas and solutions, but only if we are willing to embrace the creative process. Many individuals limit their imagination because they only see the limitations of their current circumstances or their resources. However, Hill teaches us that the key to success is not being constrained by what we have at the moment, but by tapping into the infinite well of creativity within us. Imagination is the key to recognizing opportunities that others may overlook. When you imagine yourself achieving greatness, you begin to see how that vision can unfold, even if the path seems unclear at first. The more vivid and detailed your vision, the clearer the steps you need to take will become. Imagination is not just about envisioning the end goal, it is also about seeing the process, the journey toward that goal. Success is never a straight line. It is filled with challenges, detours, and moments of uncertainty. However, when you can imagine yourself overcoming these obstacles, you prepare yourself mentally and emotionally for what lies ahead. The more vividly you imagine overcoming adversity, the stronger your resilience becomes. Your mind doesn't know the difference between what is real and what is vividly imagined. So when you picture yourself facing difficulties and successfully navigating them, you are mentally preparing yourself to face those exact challenges in real life. This process of visualization builds confidence and mental fortitude, empowering you to face the future with courage and optimism. Imagination is also a catalyst for innovation. The greatest inventions and breakthroughs in history were born from the minds of individuals who dared to imagine a different reality. It is through imagination that we develop new ideas and envision solutions that have never been tried before. The ability to imagine allows us to see beyond what is conventional and explore new ways of doing things. In a business context, for example, the most successful entrepreneurs are those who can imagine a product, service, or business model that doesn't yet exist. These visionaries see gaps in the market and create new solutions that meet those needs. They don't wait for opportunities to appear, they create them. Hill underscores that imagination gives you the power to see and seize opportunities that others may miss, positioning you for success when others are stuck in the status quo. Imagination is also intimately connected with the law of attraction, a concept that Hill explores in depth. When you imagine something with great clarity and emotion, you begin to align your subconscious mind with your desires. This alignment sends signals out into the universe, which can attract the resources, people, and circumstances necessary for you to achieve your goals. Your imagination acts as a magnet for the life you want to create. It is not just about daydreaming. It is about believing with unwavering certainty that the vision you create in your mind is already on its way to you. The more vividly you imagine your success, the more your energy shifts toward that vision, allowing you to take actions and make decisions that align with it. You start to think, speak, and act in ways that are consistent with your imagined future. One key to using imagination effectively is to marry it with faith. Hill teaches us that imagination alone is not enough. Without faith in the vision you create, it will remain nothing more than a fleeting thought. The combination of imagination and faith creates a powerful force that propels you toward your desired outcomes. Faith strengthens the belief that your imagined reality is already possible, which in turn motivates you to take the necessary steps to make it a reality. The more you believe in the vision created by your imagination, the more it will manifest in your life. This synergy between imagination and faith is one of the cornerstones of success. Moreover, imagination is a tool that fosters creativity and problem solving. It is easy to become fixated on a problem and feel overwhelmed by its complexity. However, by engaging your imagination, you can begin to see multiple perspectives and approaches to a problem. The more you practice thinking creatively, the more natural it becomes to approach challenges with an open mind and a sense of possibility. Instead of seeing obstacles as roadblocks, you begin to see them as puzzles to be solved. Imagination allows you to step back and reframe a situation, helping you discover innovative solutions that might not be immediately obvious. The ability to approach problems from a place of creativity and resourcefulness is essential for success, particularly in competitive and fast-moving environments. Imagination also enables you to innovate in how you engage with the world. When you cultivate a strong sense of imagination, you stop viewing the world as a static, predictable place and instead see it as a dynamic, ever-evolving environment full of potential. You begin to think outside the box, pushing boundaries and questioning the status quo. This kind of thinking is crucial in any area of life, from business to personal growth to relationships. By exercising your imagination, you unlock the potential to create, innovate, and redefine what is possible. You stop living passively and start creating your reality with intention and purpose. The most successful people in the world didn't simply accept the limitations of their circumstances. They used their imagination to break through those limitations. They imagined a future that was different from their present reality and took the necessary steps to turn those imagined futures into reality. Hill's emphasis on imagination is a call to harness the power of our minds to not only envision success, but to actively create it. Your imagination is one of the greatest tools at your disposal. It is the first step in the journey to success, and when combined with faith, persistence, and action, it becomes the blueprint for the life you desire. Persistence is often the defining factor between success and failure. Many people have the potential to achieve greatness, but they falter when faced with setbacks, challenges, and difficulties. Napoleon Hill emphasizes that the key to achieving any long-term goal lies in persistence, the ability to continue working toward your objectives despite obstacles, discouragement, or even failure. It is not always the most talented or intelligent person who succeeds, but the one who refuses to give up. Persistence is the unwavering commitment to keep going, even when the journey is tough and the results seem far off. At its core, persistence is about developing a mindset of resilience. Life is filled with challenges, and the road to success is rarely a smooth path. There will always be obstacles that stand in your way: financial setbacks, personal failures, rejection, and even self-doubt. It's easy to quit when things get tough, but persistence requires the mental strength to push through those challenges, knowing that each setback is an opportunity to learn and grow. Every failure holds a lesson, and the key to success is understanding that persistence means continuing to move forward even when progress seems slow or non-existent. One of the most important aspects of persistence is having a clear, compelling goal. When you know exactly what you want and why you want it, the challenges you face become easier to endure. A strong sense of purpose provides the motivation to keep going, even when the road is rough. Hill explains that desire is the starting point of all achievement, and that desire must be so strong that it drives you to persist in the face of adversity. This powerful desire gives you the fuel to push through hard times and take action, even when the results are not immediately apparent. The power of persistence is particularly evident when you consider how many successful people have faced failure before achieving their dreams. Thomas Edison, for example, failed thousands of times before successfully inventing the light bulb. Each of those failures could have been a reason to quit, but Edison persisted, believing that every failure brought him closer to success. Hill tells the story of countless successful individuals who experienced significant setbacks but remained persistent, ultimately overcoming the odds. The key to their success was that they did not allow temporary defeat to deter them from their goal. Instead, they used failure as feedback, learning from each setback and applying those lessons to their next attempt. Persistence also requires a great deal of patience. The results of your hard work may not be immediately visible. Success is often a slow and incremental process. When you plant a seed, it takes time for it to grow and flourish. Similarly, when you pursue your goals, it may take time before you see the fruits of your labor. However, it's important to remember that every small step forward, no matter how insignificant it may seem, is bringing you closer to your ultimate goal. Patience is key in building the momentum needed to achieve your dreams. With persistence and patience, the compound effect kicks in, where small actions taken consistently over time create massive results. Another important factor in persistence is developing a high tolerance for failure and rejection. In many cases, failure is not a sign of incompetence, but a necessary step on the path to success. Hill emphasizes that each failure should be viewed as an opportunity to learn and refine your approach, not as a permanent obstacle. When you face rejection or failure, it's important not to internalize it or see it as a reflection of your worth. Instead, use it as valuable feedback to improve and adjust your strategy. Every failure brings with it a lesson that can ultimately help you reach your goal. This shift in mindset, viewing failure as a lesson rather than a defeat, is critical in developing persistence. The persistence needed to achieve success is not about blind determination or stubbornness. It's about working intelligently and strategically toward your goal, continually assessing and reassessing your progress. Successful people understand that persistence requires flexibility. If one approach isn't working, it's important to pivot, learn from the experience, and try a different method. Persistence is not about mindlessly pushing forward when something is clearly not working. It's about having the mental clarity and adaptability to stay focused on the goal while being open to new approaches that may get you closer to that goal. The willingness to adapt while maintaining persistence is a crucial aspect of long-term success. Additionally, persistence involves overcoming internal resistance, the fear, doubt, and procrastination that often arise when we face difficult tasks. Many people fail to reach their full potential because they allow fear to hold them back. Fear of failure, fear of the unknown, and fear of rejection can paralyze us, making it hard to take the necessary steps toward our goals. However, persistence requires the courage to confront and push through those fears. Every time you act despite fear, you strengthen your ability to persist. Over time, you begin to trust yourself more and build the confidence necessary to keep moving forward. Persistence, then, is a muscle that grows stronger with each challenge you face and overcome. One of the reasons persistence is so powerful is that it builds momentum. The more you persist, the more you achieve, and the more confident you become. As you build momentum, progress becomes self-reinforcing. Each small success gives you the energy and motivation to tackle the next challenge. Persistence compounds, and the longer you stay on course, the more inevitable success becomes. Hill often stresses that the moment you feel like giving up is often the moment when success is just around the corner. Many people quit right before they are about to break through to the next level, and it's that moment of persistence, when you feel like giving up but choose to keep going, that often leads to the breakthrough you've been working for. It's also important to recognize that persistence is not a solo endeavor. Surrounding yourself with the right people, those who encourage you, support your vision, and inspire you to keep going, is vital. Hill advocates for the power of a mastermind group, where like-minded individuals come together to help each other persist toward their goals. When you are connected with people who share your commitment to success, the journey becomes less isolating, and you have a network of support to lean on during the toughest times. This sense of camaraderie can provide the emotional and practical support you need to persist through the inevitable challenges. In conclusion, persistence is not just about grit or willpower. It's about having a deep-seated belief in yourself, your goals, and your ability to overcome whatever challenges may arise. It's about maintaining focus and determination, even when progress seems slow or results seem far off. When you develop persistence, you develop an unwavering belief in your ability to succeed no matter what obstacles or setbacks come your way. The power of persistence is what allows you to keep moving forward, step by step, until you reach your goal. It is this tenacity, coupled with the other principles outlined by Napoleon Hill, that forms the bedrock of success. One of the most powerful and often overlooked concepts in Napoleon Hill's philosophy is the idea of the mastermind group. Hill defines a mastermind group as a gathering of like-minded individuals who come together to share their ideas, knowledge, and resources in order to help each other achieve greater success. The principle behind this is simple. Two minds are better than one. And when multiple minds come together, they can achieve far more than any individual could alone. This concept goes far beyond mere collaboration. It's about creating a synergy that amplifies the abilities and resources of each person involved. In essence, a mastermind group is a collective force that draws on the combined power, wisdom, and experience of its members to achieve shared goals. Napoleon Hill stresses that the mastermind principle is not just about networking or exchanging ideas. It's about leveraging the collective energy and expertise of the group to achieve success. The synergy created when people come together with a common purpose is a transformative force. When you are part of a group that shares your ambitions and supports your vision, you are more likely to remain motivated, inspired, and driven to take the necessary actions to reach your goals. The feedback, insights, and advice that come from others in your mastermind group can help you see blind spots you may have missed, leading to more informed decisions and faster progress toward your objectives. The power of the mastermind group is in its diversity of thought. Each individual brings a unique perspective, set of skills, and experience to the table. When you are surrounded by individuals who think differently from you, it challenges you to expand your own thinking and approach to problem solving. This diversity creates an environment where creativity and innovation thrive. Hill often emphasizes that no one can succeed alone, and this is where the true value of the mastermind lies. It is not just a group of people who share the same interests, but a collective that brings together varying perspectives, experiences, and expertise to drive growth and progress. By pooling resources and knowledge, the group can find solutions and opportunities that no single individual might have discovered on their own. Hill also highlights the importance of the energy exchange that occurs within a mastermind group. When individuals come together with a shared purpose and positive energy, it creates a dynamic, almost magnetic, force that propels everyone forward. The energy and enthusiasm of one person can inspire others, creating a ripple effect of motivation and action. This exchange of energy can often be the missing ingredient in the pursuit of success. When you're working toward a goal by yourself, it's easy to become discouraged or distracted. But when you are part of a mastermind group, you have a built-in support system that helps you stay on track and maintains your momentum. The collective energy helps carry you through tough times and reminds you of your vision when you need it most. Moreover, a mastermind group provides accountability. When you have a network of people who are invested in your success, there is a powerful sense of responsibility to follow through on your commitments. Accountability is often the difference between those who achieve their goals and those who don't. In a mastermind group, each member holds the others accountable for taking action and making progress. It's easy to make excuses when no one is watching, but when you're part of a group that expects you to follow through, it creates an environment of discipline and consistency. This accountability helps you push through procrastination and stay committed to the steps necessary to achieve success. The mastermind group helps keep you focused on your goals, even when the going gets tough. One of the most important aspects of a mastermind group is mutual support. As you pursue your goals, you will inevitably face obstacles, challenges that might seem insurmountable at times. In these moments, having a group of people who understand your struggles and are willing to offer support and encouragement is invaluable. The members of a mastermind group provide emotional support, mentorship, and guidance. They help you see the bigger picture when you're bogged down by the day-to-day struggles. Often the encouragement and advice from others in your mastermind group can make all the difference when you feel stuck or ready to give up. This sense of camaraderie and collective strength helps you push forward, knowing that you are not alone in your journey. Additionally, being part of a mastermind group gives you access to new opportunities. These opportunities can range from business partnerships, joint ventures, and collaborations to access to valuable resources, tools, and networks. The connections and opportunities that arise from being in a group of driven, success-oriented individuals can significantly accelerate your progress. The collective power of the group can open doors that would have otherwise remained closed. As each member of the group shares their resources and connections, you gain access to a broader network that might otherwise take years to build on your own. The Mastermind group acts as a shortcut to accelerating your success by giving you access to people, opportunities, and insights that would be difficult to find otherwise. Hill also makes it clear that while the Mastermind group is a powerful tool for success, the quality of the group matters. It's not enough to simply surround yourself with people. You need to surround yourself with people who are aligned with your values, who have the skills and mindset to elevate you, and who are genuinely committed to their own success. The energy of the group is contagious, so it's crucial to choose the right individuals to be a part of your mastermind. If you're surrounded by people who are negative, stagnant, or not serious about their goals, the energy of the group will drag you down. Conversely, if you are surrounded by ambitious, positive, and successful individuals, their energy will elevate your own and push you to achieve greater heights. The Mastermind group also helps to develop leadership skills. As you engage in discussions, contribute ideas, and share insights, you naturally develop your ability to lead and influence others. Being part of a group where everyone brings something to the table allows you to refine your leadership abilities. Whether it's by learning how to inspire others, solve problems collaboratively, or guide the group toward its goals. This development of leadership is not only beneficial for the success of the group, but also for your personal growth and future endeavors. Through your interactions in a mastermind group, you learn how to influence and motivate others, which is a critical skill in any successful endeavor. In conclusion, the mastermind group is an essential tool for anyone who seeks to achieve sustained success. It provides support, accountability, opportunities, and the collective wisdom of individuals who are equally committed to success. By leveraging the power of collaboration, knowledge sharing, and mutual encouragement, a mastermind group can amplify your efforts and help you achieve your goals faster and more efficiently. The combined energy and resources of a like-minded group of individuals will propel you forward, pushing you toward greater success than you could have achieved on your own. When you surround yourself with the right people, the sky truly is the limit. A positive mental attitude, PMA, is one of the most transformative tools you can possess on your journey towards success. Napoleon Hill emphasizes that the foundation of success begins with the way you think. Your thoughts shape your actions, and your actions shape your results. Hill teaches that a positive mental attitude is not just about staying optimistic in the face of challenges, but about developing a mindset that attracts success, empowers you to overcome obstacles, and opens your mind to possibilities you might otherwise overlook. It is the key that unlocks the door to everything you desire in life. The power of PMA is rooted in the understanding that your mind is like a magnet. Whatever thoughts you dwell upon, you begin to attract into your life. If you constantly focus on negativity, fear, and doubt, you will create a reality filled with those same negative experiences. However, when you deliberately focus on positive thoughts, opportunities, and solutions, you begin to attract circumstances that align with those thoughts. Hill refers to this as the law of attraction, the idea that like attracts like. Positive thoughts draw positive outcomes. This principle is powerful because it means that by simply shifting your mindset, you can shift the direction of your life. A positive mental attitude is more than just wishful thinking or blind optimism. It is about constructive thinking and taking control of your emotions. Life is full of setbacks and challenges, but PMA encourages you to view those challenges as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable obstacles. When you face adversity with a positive attitude, you are better able to think creatively, find solutions, and persevere through difficult times. PMA is about learning how to turn negative situations into learning experiences, using every setback as a stepping stone to success. Hill highlights that successful individuals do not allow temporary difficulties to derail them. Instead, they remain focused on the bigger picture and maintain a mindset that empowers them to keep pushing forward. The foundation of a positive mental attitude is self-belief. One of the most powerful components of PMA is the unshakable belief in your own abilities. Hill stresses that belief is the starting point of all achievement. When you believe in yourself and your ability to succeed, you begin to take the necessary actions that lead to success. Self-belief fuels your confidence and your courage to tackle challenges head-on. On the other hand, a lack of belief in yourself often leads to hesitation, self-doubt, and missed opportunities. By cultivating a positive mental attitude, you reinforce your belief in your own potential, which in turn drives you to take more decisive action. The more you believe in yourself, the more your mindset shifts from one of limitation to one of possibility. A key aspect of PMA is the power of mental discipline. Positive thinking is not something that happens automatically. It requires constant effort and focus. Just as you train your body to become stronger through exercise, you must train your mind to focus on positive thoughts. This requires self-discipline and the conscious decision to redirect your thoughts whenever negativity or doubt creeps in. Hill recommends the practice of self-affirmations and visualization to cultivate a positive mental attitude. By affirming your goals, repeating empowering statements, and visualizing yourself achieving your dreams, you reprogram your mind to believe in success. Over time, this mental discipline strengthens your ability to maintain a positive outlook, even in the face of adversity. PMA also plays a crucial role in your emotional resilience. The ability to remain calm, optimistic, and hopeful in the face of adversity is what separates those who achieve success from those who give up. Life is unpredictable, and we all face difficult circumstances. What matters most is how we choose to respond to those circumstances. With a positive mental attitude, you can maintain a sense of inner peace, even when external situations are chaotic. You stop reacting emotionally to every obstacle, and instead, you take a proactive approach to solving problems. When you remain emotionally resilient, you stay focused on your goals, maintain clarity of thought, and avoid being overwhelmed by stress, fear, or frustration. Furthermore, a positive mental attitude is essential for cultivating gratitude. Hill teaches that one of the most powerful ways to shift your mindset from negativity to positivity is through practicing gratitude. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, you shift your energy and perspective. Gratitude opens the door to more abundance in your life. Hill suggests that practicing gratitude daily can help you maintain a positive attitude even when things aren't going according to plan. By focusing on the good, you naturally attract more good into your life. This mindset helps you stay motivated, focused, and determined, even when your circumstances aren't ideal. Gratitude is a cornerstone of PMA because it teaches you to appreciate your journey, the lessons you've learned, and the progress you've made, no matter how small. Another essential aspect of a positive mental attitude is the ability to create and seize opportunities. When you have a positive outlook, you are more likely to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You become more attuned to possibilities and creative solutions, and you're more likely to take calculated risks. Successful individuals often say that success is a result of being in the right place at the right time, but the truth is, it's their positive mental attitude that creates the ability to recognize those moments when they arise. Opportunities are everywhere, but they are often disguised as challenges or hard work. With PMA, you have the clarity and optimism to seize those opportunities and turn them into success. PMA is also about surrounding yourself with positive influences. The people you spend time with significantly affect your mindset. If you are surrounded by negative individuals who complain, criticize, and doubt, it can be difficult to maintain a positive mental attitude. On the other hand, when you surround yourself with people who uplift you, inspire you, and encourage you to think positively, your own mindset will naturally improve. Hill emphasizes the importance of choosing your associates wisely because their attitudes, energy, and beliefs can either lift you up or drag you down. Building a network of positive, like-minded individuals who share your vision for success is essential to maintaining a positive mental attitude over the long term. One of the most powerful benefits of PMA is that it cultivates self-motivation. When you think positively, you become your own biggest motivator. Rather than waiting for external circumstances to change or hoping for someone else to motivate you, you take responsibility for your own energy and drive. PMA helps you stay self-motivated, regardless of how challenging the journey may become. This self-motivation ensures that you continue working toward your goals, even when things get difficult or progress seems slow. It keeps you moving forward and prevents you from becoming complacent or discouraged. Ultimately, a positive mental attitude is not about ignoring life's difficulties, pretending everything is perfect, or being blindly optimistic. It is about choosing to respond to life's challenges with a mindset of hope, resourcefulness, and a belief that you can overcome anything that comes your way. PMA empowers you to see the good in every situation, find solutions in every problem, and believe that no matter what happens, you will succeed. It's a mindset that fuels success, resilience, and continuous personal growth. Hill teaches that if you adopt a positive mental attitude, you will not only change your thoughts, but you will also change your reality. Persistence is perhaps the most underestimated yet most critical factor when it comes to achieving success. While many people start their journey with enthusiasm and big dreams, it's often the ability to persist through adversity that separates those who reach their goals from those who fall short. Napoleon Hill highlights the fact that success doesn't come easily or quickly for most people. It's a long, sometimes arduous journey that requires not just intelligence, skill, and talent, but an unwavering commitment to keep moving forward, no matter what obstacles or setbacks arise along the way. In Hill's work, he stresses that persistence is an essential ingredient in the recipe for success. He defines it as a continuous effort toward a goal, even when faced with discouragement, difficulties, or failure. Persistence is the driving force that propels you to keep going when every logical reason might suggest you should quit. When you persist, you develop a sense of resilience, a refusal to give up no matter how many times you are knocked down or how many doors are closed in your face. Hill explains that it is not necessarily talent or intellect that brings success, but the determination and tenacity to keep going when success seems elusive. The relationship between persistence and success is often like that of a miner and gold. A miner who digs deep into the earth without giving up, even after hours, days, or weeks of no apparent reward, may eventually find the treasure. Similarly, your success often lies just beneath the surface of what seems like failure. The key is to not stop digging, not stop trying, even when you can't see the payoff. There are countless stories of famous figures throughout history who failed repeatedly before finally achieving their breakthroughs. Thomas Edison, for example, is famously quoted as saying that he didn't fail 1,000 times when working on the light bulb, but rather found 1,000 ways that didn't work. Edison's persistence was a key element that turned his vision into a reality. One of the most powerful aspects of persistence is that it builds mental toughness. The more you push through adversity, the more resilient you become. Persistence teaches you to handle failure and disappointment with grace, to not take setbacks personally, and to understand that every failure is just a learning opportunity on the path to success. Every time you persist through a challenge, you gain more confidence in your ability to handle future obstacles. Over time, your mental and emotional fortitude increases, and your belief in yourself strengthens. This mental toughness becomes an essential tool that you can draw upon whenever you face tough situations in the future. As Hill puts it, patience, persistence, and perspiration make an unbeatable combination for success. Another critical aspect of persistence is the ability to maintain focus on your goals despite the distractions and temptations that arise along the way. It's easy to get sidetracked, especially when things aren't going according to plan or when the rewards seem distant and out of reach. However, successful people understand that staying focused on the end goal, even when it feels like you're not making any progress, is vital. Persistence helps you to ignore the distractions and maintain your momentum, even when the road ahead seems long and unclear. The ability to stay laser-focused on your vision is one of the hallmarks of successful individuals. They recognize that obstacles are temporary, but their goals and aspirations are permanent. With persistence, you develop the ability to tune out negativity, doubt, and distractions, and to stay locked on your course. One of the challenges many people face is that they expect instant results. This is especially true in today's world of instant gratification, where technology and social media often give us the illusion that things should happen quickly and easily. However, Hill teaches that success rarely happens overnight. It requires continuous, often incremental effort. Success is the sum of many small, persistent actions taken over time. Persistence, therefore, is the key to long-term growth. It's not about achieving something spectacular in one giant leap, but rather making consistent, everyday progress toward your goal. Even small steps forward, when repeated consistently, accumulate and lead to massive results. There is also an element of adaptability within persistence. Persistence doesn't mean blindly continuing along the same path without considering adjustments or changes when needed. Sometimes the road to success isn't linear, and part of being persistent is being open to changing tactics, refining your approach, and trying new methods if your current strategy isn't yielding results. Hill refers to this as the ability to remain flexible while maintaining an unwavering focus on the desired outcome. Persistence is about staying committed to the vision while also being willing to evolve, adapt, and learn along the way. Persistence also builds self-discipline, which is another pillar of success. The ability to stay committed to your goal, despite the urge to quit or take shortcuts, is a muscle that strengthens the more you exercise it. Self-discipline is the ability to delay gratification, to push past your comfort zone, and to stay consistent in your efforts, even when motivation wanes. Persistence requires an immense amount of self-control because it means pushing yourself to